Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 15 July 2021, 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. That means it's time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. And that's exactly what we have for you tonight. Before we get into the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping as usual. If you are new to this weekly sales event, you're going to need to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale. I will post them on the screen for you in just a moment. I'm also going to reprint them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description above the terms of the sale, you'll find 3 links to prior videos on this channel. The first is to my Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. So if the terms don't quite make sense to you and you want to see what's behind them, watch that video. The second video linked in the description is my FAQs for Consignors video. If you're interested in using this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, that video gives you an explanation of how it all works from the consignors perspective. Then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So the description will have those 3 links. Then the terms of the sale. Then at the very bottom, the list of tonight's inventory complete with timestamps and pricing. In the pricing column, you will generally see 2 prices. The number to the left is the price of the knife as shown. The number to the right is as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. If you see no number to the right, that means the edge is squared away and doesn't need my help. Special note for tonight, there will be no next day sharpening tomorrow. So all knives purchased to be sharpened will ship in 2 to 3 weeks. I've got a prior engagement with a large consignor tomorrow. We need to meet, and it's a bit of a trip. So no time for sharpening tomorrow and Friday. I think that's about it for housekeeping. Time to get you the terms up on the screen, and I'll be right back with the sale inventory. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We have no leftovers from last week. You guys ran me out of inventory last week, so we're going to get right to the fresh stuff tonight. And the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 knives tonight are going to be benefit knives for the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund. So I think 4 of them are donated knives, and then 5 of them are donated knives, and 5 of them are from the personal collection of Courtney Fettinger. He is selling these to raise funds for the medical expenses for his son. Okay, but 10 in total, and let's get to them now. First up, this is so cool. Those of you who have been around my channel for a while might remember this pouch. Probably not, but you might. Inside this pouch resides the Pohl Force Mic 1. And here is the certificate for the Mic 1. This knife was made 15 August 2014. And the cool thing about this particular Pohl Force Mic 1 is that this is the knife that Pohl Force sent me for review. I think I actually did pay for it, but at a reduced price. I kept it a while, I reviewed it, and then I had an opportunity to make a trade with Cutlery Lover. So this knife went to Jeff, and he kept it for a while, and he sold it to Fet. How about that? And now Fett is selling it on my knife sale as a fundraiser knife for his son's leukemia treatment. Pretty cool. So this is the Mic 1, built by Lion Steel. You've got a 3D machine G10 scale, some very robust hardware. It is a titanium frame lock knife, wire clip, reversible, left to right, tip up. You got the Lion Steel roto block. You've got that 90-degree offset titanium lock bar. The blade is a beautiful sort of mirror stonewashed affair. Nice drop point in Nyolox steel. Blade is 3 3/4. Handle is 4 7/8. There's your lock engagement. It rides on Teflon washers. Centering, if anything, favors the lock side ever so slightly. Action is nice and smooth. It does not flick open well, guys, especially if you're a left-hander trying to work it right-handed. Got the thumb plate. Lockup is solid. Condition is very near mint in pouch. It has been used and sharpened a little bit, but it's a very nice knife. I believe these are discontinued and unobtainium. The last web listing I found for them new was on a European website. They sold for 279 euros. This one, a little bit of YouTube history behind it, can be yours for $100, shipped priority mail, $125 if you'd like me to freshen that edge. That's the Pohl Force Mic 1. Next up, another Oz Fettinger benefit knife from the private collection of Courtney Fettinger. This from Spyderco, a knife I have never seen before. Pretty cool little thing, I think. This is the Spyderco Kopa, K-O-P-A. All stainless steel, blade and handle. It was a sprint run, the stainless version. No clip, just a pocket knife. VG10 blade looks a lot like a Dragonfly blade. It's kind of a Calypso Junior meets Dragonfly kind of thing. Mid-lock with the boy dent. The VG10 blade is 2 5/16 inches in length. The handle is 3 3/8. Super nice little knife in the hand. Plenty of handle, lanyard hole, sort of a vertical satin on that crowned stainless steel handle. Lockup is rock solid. Action, pretty doggone nice. Centering, right down the middle. It's like new in the box. These are discontinued and out of stock. The sprint run, they were $116 when they were available. I think they do a little more than that generally on the used market, but this one can be yours for $100. $100 like it is. $115, I'll make you a deal on the sharpening for this short little blade. So $115 sharpen, $100 like it is. That is the Spyderco Kopa SS Sprint in your inventory. Next up, from Benchmade, we got a black class knife. I own the twin to this. It is the 4300-1 CLA. Here it is. The -1 means it comes with those 3D machined black and OD green G10 handle scales. I love this knife. It just wasn't for Fett. This is his knife. Liquidated tonight to raise funds for his son Oz's leukemia treatment. Got a deep carry parkerized clip. Handle length is 4 3/8 inches. It's a button lock auto with the safety, nice and positive. Benchmade auto action. The drop point swedged blade is in 154 cm. It's 3 3/8 inches long. Now Fett did sharpen this or touch it up a little bit. It's got a pretty nice working edge, not the nicest cosmetically I've ever seen. You can still see some of Benchmade's factory grind lines in the edge. Lockup's rock solid. You saw the action. Centering is very close to perfect, but I think if you're looking at it, it favors the right side just ever so slightly. Condition's going to be near mint in box. These are now out of stock. When they were in stock, they had MAP pricing at your favorite web retailer of $216. Your price on this one, $150, $150 like it is, $170 if you'd like it with an Apostle P edge. That is the Benchmade 4300-1 CLA. Next up, do you not have a 940 yet? You really want one, but you don't want to pay $191 for it? Well, here you go, boys. This is a donated knife for the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund. It is a Benchmade 940 Osborne. Comes to us from one of my best sharpening customers. He bought it new. He had Benchmade put a Parkerized clip on it. He sent it to me to sharpen. It is wearing an apparently virginal Apostle P edge. I can detect no edge wear. The action's beautiful. The lockup is solid as a rock. The centering is down the middle. I would call it like new in box, but it has a better than factory edge. Your price, $160, $160 on the Benchmade 940 TAP. Proceeds to benefit the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund. Next up, another donated knife. A beautiful little Spyderco in a British racing green fiberglass reinforced nylon. It's a Spyderco Delica FFG in ZDP 189, and this has a polished edge on it. I don't think it's mine. It's pretty good. Got just a little roll at the tip. Action, nice and free. Centering is close on this one. Lockup, dead solid. Condition is going to be near mint, no box. Near mint, no box. The ZDP Delica right now is out of stock at all the retailers. When they're in stock, they're $119. This one can be yours, $95. $95. No need to sharpen. Proceeds benefit the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund. It's the Delica FFG BRG ZDP in your inventory. Next up, another Spyderco, another Delica. This in kind of a Calypso blue FRN. It is a Delica FFG VG10 blade. This also has a user applied polished edge, so I'm not gonna give you a sharpened price because it's pretty squared away. This one does have, and it's probably hard to see on camera, but it looks like there's been a little Scotch-Brite cleaning done, so there's some lines going horizontally on the blade. No issue if you're buying it as a user, and it's got a really nice edge. Lockup's rock solid. Action's nice. Centering is going to favor the left side just a bit as you're looking at it. So we're going to call this excellent in box, polished edge. Proceeds go to the benefit of the Oz Fettinger Leukemia Fund. Your price, $70, shipped priority mail. That is the Spyderco Delica FFG Blue. Next up, another one from Spyderco, and inside the box there's a set of factory black G10 scales and a factory clip. And those scales are shaped a lot like a Manix 2, because inside the box comes this. Oh! So this started life as a murdered S30V G10 Manix 2. It has been retrofitted with a set of titanium Flytanium stonewashed scales and an MXG deep carry titanium clip. You have a DLC coated blade, and this one is wearing the bona fide Apostle P edge. Lockup is solid as a rock. Blade action is nice and free. Centering is down the middle. Condition on this one is going to be near mint in box. I think with the accessories and the knife, the purchase price of this thing new would have been $200 plus my sharpening, so $220-ish. This one can be yours near mint in box, $150. That's in your inventory as Spyderco Manix 2 DLC Flytanium TAP. Proceeds benefit the Fettinger Leukemia Fund. Next up, another Fettinger Leukemia Fund knife. This is out of Fett's collection. It is the Ontario Rat Collectors Series Stockman. A really cool little knife, guys. These were produced for Ontario by Canal Street. Notice the slanted, pinched, and lined nickel-silver bolsters, the rat shield, the beautifully matched sheep's horn covers. Closed length on this is 3 3/4. The blades are going to be a main clip with the Ontario Rat Collectors Series etch. Cam tangs, about a 7.5 pull. Secondary spay. And a secondary sort of fat coping blade. All the blades are D2. Everything is working as it should. Excellent walk and talk for a cam tang knife. Really beautifully done, guys. So, and let's see. I think these are all out of stock new. All About Pocket Knives has one currently listed for $195, and I found one completed listing on eBay for $125. Oz is being pretty good to us on this one. $75, $75 like it is. $110 if I sharpen all 3 blades. And because this is out of Fett's personal collection and the proceeds go to his family to defray his son Oz's leukemia treatment costs, if you want to pay more than $75, feel free. That's in your inventory is the Ontario Rat Collector Series Stockman. Next up, another benefit knife from Fett's private collection. This is a Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield Unexcelled number 38 English Whittler in burnt orange jigged bone, model 380321. It is absolutely like new in the tube. 3 7/8 inches of closed length. Rat tail bolsters. The English shield. 7.5 pull on the Wharncliffe main. That is a cam tang. Then half stops on the secondary coping blade and the secondary pen. Everything works as it should. Walk and talk is excellent. Centering is squared away. Condition is going to be like new in the tube. Your price on this one, guys, $175. $175 like it is. $210 if you'd like those edges to have the Apostle P treatment. And again, this is a benefit knife for the Fettinger Leukemia Fund. The GEC Northfield number 38 English Whittler. Do be accurate in your I'll take it email because we have the Tidioute version coming up next. As promised, from Great Eastern Cutlery, handcrafted Tidioute pocket knives. A number 380321 Tidioute Whittler in Bloodwood. So there is the Bloodwood 38. A little different shield, plain bolsters, but you still have the Wharncliffe main with the drawn swedge instead of the cut swedge like the Northfield. 7.5 pull, decent walk and talk, half stops on the secondaries, cam on the main. beautiful? It is like new in the tube. Your price for this one is going to be $170, $170, $205 if you'd like all three blades sharpened by moi. Your price on this one, $170 again, $205 sharpened. And all proceeds after postage go to the Osfatting or Leukemia Fund. That's in your inventory as GEC Tidioute number 38 Whittler. Be accurate in your I'll take it when you describe the knife, because we have 2 of these 38s tonight. Next up, and we are on to our regular inventory now, we have a Kershaw, and it is a USA made Kershaw. The model is the 17760 LSW Link, sort of the Gen 2 Link, I guess you would say. This one, wearing the beautifully milled hard OD green anodized aluminum scales, the deep carry reversible pocket clip. The blade is CPM 20 CV with a nice stonewash. Blade length is 3 1/4. Handle is 4 3/8. There's your stainless steel liner lock engagement. Lockup is rock solid. Centering is dead down the middle. Speed safe action rocks. Condition on this is going to be like new in the box. I believe these are available online for $80 if you can find one. This can be yours. A perfect example, like new in the box. $70, $70 shipped. Priority mail. $95 if you like it with an ApostleP Edge. That is the Kershaw 17760 LSW Link 20 CV. Next up. Gee, nobody wants one of these. It's a Spyderco. It comes from Taichung, Taiwan. It is the Spydie Chef. The Spydie Chef. You guys all know this knife. You got that sort of smoky acid stonewash finish on the titanium handle. Deep carry paper clip. The blade, LC200N. And I don't know. I might have a little edge wear right at the tip, but that's it. And the handle's unmarked except for the little burnishing that you get underneath the contact point of the clip. There's your lock engagement. A little bit of lets you know it's there, lock stick, but nothing that I would worry about. Centering is beautiful. Condition on this one is going to be near mint in box. Map pricing on the Chef at your favorite web retailer will be $234, or just buy this one. Save yourself a little money. $200 shipped priority mail, $200, and then $220 if you like it with an ApostleP Edge. That is the Spyderco Spydie Chef. Next up, man, we had one of these knives a month or so ago, and you guys fought over it. Thought maybe I sold it too cheap, and this one might be cheaper than the one we sold a couple months ago. Comes in an outer box and an inner box. It is from Orion Knives, a push the button. Come on, Rita. Inside the box, we have a knife. It is a stainless steel. Oh no, it's not a stainless steel liner lock. Why would it be? It's a push the button, right? So it is a button lock, ball bearing flipper with a great detent. A lot of button lock flippers do not have a great detent, and because the flipper is rather low profile, it thumbs out well also. Very cool, very cool. So inside that black G10 handle, you have this blade crafted of Sandvik 14C28N steel. Blade length is 3 3/16. The handle is 4 5/8. It does have a titanium clip, by the way, fully milled. And notice the green pivot collars and backspacer. Well, if you don't like green, How about purple? It comes with both sets of hardware. So condition on this Orion Solaris is like new in the box. I think these are purchased direct from Orion. They're out of stock right now. I don't know how much they were new. I do know that I found some on eBay. Completed listings ran between 80 and 130, and the 80 was kind of a flyer. This one can be yours though for 80 bucks. 80 bucks, like new in the box, with both sets of hardware for you fashionable millennials. How about that? 80 bucks like it is, 100 shipped on the Orion Solaris. Next up, I told you yesterday we were going to have some of these, and we do. First up, our first of 4 Chaves Ultramar knives. This one in a small box. What does that mean? It means we have a TAK in black G10 with belt finish satin Tanto blade. So the TAK, kind of a diminutive Chaves Ultramar. This one has a 2 3/4 inch blade inside a 3.5 inch handle, and the first I've ever seen on an Ultramar knife. Because it's a titanium liner lock, we have a liner on the offside. We've got a reversible pocket clip. How about that? There's that cute little Tanto blade, and it is cute. M390 is your blade steel. Ball bearing pivot, as all the Chaves Ultramar knives have, but this one has a flipper. There's your titanium liner lock engagement. It's, of course, rock solid. Action's beautiful. Centering's perfect. Condition on the TAK, like new in the box. These are out of stock. They always go out of stock quickly. When they were in stock, they were $216. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, not for $250 or $275. 200 bucks, guys. 200 on the Chaves Ultramar TAK. 230 if you want me to sharpen that Tanto blade. Next up, our second Chaves Ultramar knife. This one is the Rendencion 229 Tanto, stonewashed titanium, black G10 machine satin blade. The thing I love about the Rendencion is that when you look at it, it seems like a big chunky knife, but it's very size efficient, guys. You've got a handle 4 5/8 inches long and a blade 3 5/8 inches long. This one in M390, and this is the Tanto. So you have a yokote right here, not a continuous curve in the belly, right? Standard Chaves stuff, the Mick Jagger skull, pocket clip, the inserted titanium frame lock. There's your engagement. Lock up is rock solid. Action is gorgeous. Centering is perfect. Ball bearings and studs, my friends. Ball bearings and studs. Condition is like new in the box. These are out of stock. When they were in stock, they were $320. Many of them sell in the secondary market for over that. Not this one. 300 bucks like it is, guys. 300 like it is. And $330 if you would like me to sharpen that Tanto blade. Next up, what's that? You say you like the Rendencion 229, but you really wish it came in a drop point? Well, it does. It does. We have a Chaves Ultramar Rendencion 229 drop point, stonewashed titanium frame, black G10 scale, machine satin blade. You have a 4 5/8 inch handle. Mick Jagger skull titanium pocket clip. And a 3 5/8 inch drop point blade with a bit of a nightmare grind going on. Blade steel M390. Mechanism, thumb stud deployment, ball bearing pivot, steel inserted titanium frame lock. There's your lock engagement. There's your droppy shutty. There's your perfect blade centering. Condition on this one, like new in the box. Out of stock everywhere at $320. This one can be yours. Not for $350, not for $375, but $300. $300 like it is. If you want me to sharpen it, $325. That is the Chaves Ultramar Rendencion 229 drop point. Be specific in your I'll take it, guys, because we have a Tanto and a drop point. This is the drop point. Next up, our last Chaves Ultramar of tonight's sale. Inside this box we have a Liberacion 229 drop point, stonewashed titanium frame, black G10 scale, machine satin blade. So the Liberation, a little slimmer handle in this dimension than the Rendencion, but the same basic aesthetic and construction, right? Got your Mick Jagger skull pocket clip, got your black G10 scale. Handle length on the Liberation is 4 9/16. The blade length, 3 11/16, so less than an inch difference in length from handle to blade. That is a stunning drop point blade. In M390, you got your steel inserted frame lock, got your ball bearing pivot, got your thumb stud deployment, got your perfect centering. Nice knife, guys. Nice knife. Like new in the box. The Liberation 229s are out of stock at $320. Can't find one nowhere, but you can buy this one like new in the box. $300 like it is. $325 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Chaves Ultramar Liberation 229. Next up, we got one from Real Steel. And inside the box, we have a Real Steel Terra in satin finish and carbon fiber. Yep, and here you go. There is the Terra. Carbon fiber scales both sides. Reversible tip up left or right hand deep carry wire pocket clip. I can't flick with my right hand. There's your blade, 14C28 and steel from Sandvik, 3 9/16 inches in blade length. Stainless steel liner lock. Handle length, by the way, is 4 7/8. Phosphor bronze washer pivot, opening hole deployment. Action's nice. Centering's perfect. Lockup is rock solid. Pretty nice effort from Real Steel, especially at this price. You can buy these at your favorite web retailer for $60 brand new. At that price level, you're probably going to have to pay shipping most places. This one can be yours, like new in the box. A beautiful example. $45 shipped, priority mail. $65 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Real Steel Terra CF. Next up, you know, my buddy Peter owns one of these. I don't. Save me from myself, guys. Save me from myself. From the Benchmade Knife Company, Oregon City, Oregon. No box with this one. Who cares? We have the Benchmade 575-1 Mini Presidio 2. This one wearing the CF Elite scale set, which completely changes the knife. It's a heavily built, diminutive folder that now doesn't weigh much. So instead of having hard anodized aluminum over full blackened steel liners, we've got the CF Elite, which is a carbon fiber rich polymer, right? Over nested liners. So I don't know what the weight is, but I'm going to say right at 3 ounces. You have your S30V blade with a beautiful bead blast over satin. It's just gorgeous. Blade length is 3 1/8. Handle is 4 3/8. You got your deep carry parkerized clip, reversible, of course. Axis lock mechanism. Action's beautiful. Lockup is rock solid, and centering on the mini Presidio is very close. The blade has been touched up by its owner. Sharper than factory. Doesn't look bad. We'll call it near mint, no box. MAP pricing on this knife is $127 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours for $90, shipped priority mail. $110 with ApostleP edge. And, you know, don't wait on this one because I might just like to keep it. It's the Benchmade 575-1 Mini Presidio 2. Next up, we are going old school for the rest of the sale, guys. First up, one of the most famous Kershaw knives ever. Notice the sheath. And this knife was built between 1999 and 2008. Look at the condition of the sheath. It looks like brand new. Hard to tell if it's ever been on a belt. Inside it comes kind of the Kershaw equivalent to the Buck 110 in its status as an icon. This is the 1050 folding field knife from Kershaw. Brass bolsters and end caps, brass pins, brass liners, a phenolic resin handle, much like those Buck series of fixed blades like the 119 Special and others. Beautifully done. Inside the handle resides this gorgeous drop point blade, AUS 8 steel, factory polish. Now by the tang stamp, we know that this was in that 1999 to 2008 era for the 1050 folding field. Blade length is 3.5. The handle is 4 13/16. Does it look odd? Well, not once you get it in the hand, it doesn't. It's beautiful. Very, very nice condition on this one, guys. Hard to tell if it's ever cut anything. Got a little bit of patina on the brass, but it's beautiful patina. Lockup is rock solid. Action's nice and free. Blade centering is close. So we'll call it near mint, no box, with sheath. And you can find these all over eBay in a variety of conditions. Sold listings between $99 and $229. This one is in super fine shape. We're going to say $135 on this one. $135 like it is. $155 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Kershaw 1050 folding field knife. Next up, another one from Kershaw. Check that out. Does it look like a little revolver in a holster? Well, it's supposed to. This is the Kershaw 22 cal. The Kershaw 22 cal. Notice again the quality of the sheath. This knife was made in 1980. And it looks like it's never been on a belt. Inside comes this little beauty. Huh? How about that? Those are apparently solid rosewood scales. They sure look like it. Beautiful hafting on kind of a novelty little lockback. So out of the handle comes that little blade. 2 1/4 inches of blade. Don't know the stainless steel. And it ends up being kind of a mid-lock lockback. But if you're in this position using the knife, look how easy it is to get to that lock. Centering is off but close. Okay. Lock up like a rock. We'll call this one near mint, no box. I don't even know if I could find a pricing reference for this, but we're going to go with $85. $85 like it is. $105 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Kershaw 22 cal. Next up, we have a couple from Victorinox. And this is going to show up in your inventory as Victorinox Combo. And I'm sorry, guys. I don't know either one of these model names. So let's look at the tool set. This has got to be some kind of Champ series knife, right? So it's big and fat. And this one I'm going to say is near mint, no box. Other than some carry wear in the covers, the tools appear to be unused. So we've got a main spear point, secondary pen, file, saw, scissors, Phillips, magnifying glass, and then the normal can opener, screwdriver, cap lifter, corkscrew, and is there a straight pin? No straight pin. Toothpick and tweezers, another little screwdriver, and all. Okay, so that's number one. Here's number two. Don't know what this one is either. It's almost like a Spartan, but it adds a saw. Right? So you got pen, main spear, Tidioute, corkscrew, all with sewing eye. This one's got a little more wear on it than the other one. Okay, so we'll call this excellent, no box. Near mint, no box, excellent, no box. Got a little camping logo on it. For the pair, 45 bucks, and then plus 25 each for me to sharpen the main and pen blades on each. So it's going to say 45, 70, 95. That is the Victorinox combo. Next up, we had one of these last week, and we got another one this week. This is from a rather cool, old, now deceased company called Timberline Knives, made in the USA. This is their Timber Light. So it's got an FRN handle that appears to be like one piece. And then you got an FRN clip that's attached with screws. You have thumb studs that really don't work very well. They're kind of at an odd position. A stainless steel blade. Combo edge. Blade length is 2 13/16, and the handle is 4 inches. And it's got what's called the Neely lock. I actually had to look it up to figure out how to close the knife. There's no liner lock. There's no back lock. The Neely lock works by pulling the blade forward and then folding. Now this one does not have as nice an action as the one we ran last week. I'm just calling it gummy. So you might work it and oil it and it gets better, because I don't think it's hardly ever been used. But anyway, we sold the one last week for 25 bucks. This one can be yours 20, because it's just a little funky in the action. That's the Timber Light Neely lock. 20 bucks like it is, 35 with an Apostle P edge. Next up, for all you CRKT fans out there, we got the Mama Jama of the M series. It is a CRKT M21-14, and it's got sort of a smoky, charcoaly coating on the handle and on the blade. So it's a hard anodized aluminum set of scales over a stainless steel liner lock. Handle length is 5 1/4. The blade is AUS 8. Notice that little smoky coating. A spear point blade that is 3 7/8 in length. This is a combo edge. It has the auto locks system. So you got it. Let's see if I can do this. If I pull the lock with my middle finger, the locks, and then depress the liner lock with my thumb, I can fold the blade with my index finger. You know, it takes like 4 hands to close the knife. You guys know how that works. Condition on this one is going to be near mint, no box, slight edge wear, I noted near the tip. Other than that, it's totally squared away. There's your lock engagement. Action's nice and free on the Teflon washers. Centering is beautiful. So these are now discontinued and out of stock. When they were in stock, you could pick them up at your favorite website for 50 bucks. This one can be yours shipped priority mail for 40. 40, and then 60 if you like it with an Apostle P edge. That is the CRKT M21-14. Next up, we got another little combo deal coming, and we're going to call this the Schrade SP3 Firebird / Parker Lockback. Okay? These are a couple really cool knives with some cool American history and some Japanese. First up, we have the Schrade SP3 Firebird. SP3. So you've got a red handle, and it almost has an appearance like Bakelite. I'm not sure when they made these, but it's very cool. Got a little shield there, and then a spear point blade, stainless steel, nice thinly ground spear point, 2 13/16 inches of blade length, 3 13/16 inches of handle, 0 blade play, nice free action. Man, that centering is perfect, or awfully close. The conditions are going to be near mint, no box. And then the second knife, that old Jim Parker keeps rearing his ugly head. This is a pretty cool little lockback knife. Polished linen micarta scales. The blade probably says Surgical Steel Japan. It does. This says Parker Brothers, Chattanooga, Tennessee. So during the Frost years, Jim Parker was affiliated with Jim Frost back in the day. Blade length on this is 2 5/16 with a 3 3/8 inch handle. Lockup is solid. Action's okay. Centering, not bad. Pretty good. Condition on this one I'm going to call excellent, no box. So that pair, $40, guys. $40 plus 15 each to sharpen. And that's in your inventory as Schrade SP3 Firebird / Parker Lockback. Next up, I saw this knife in the box and didn't know what to make of it. And I started doing a little research on eBay and found out they must have been pretty high quality because they sell for a lot of money. It's sort of a French Laguiole style knife. And this knife was marketed and sold by the yuppie catalog Orvis. Right? And I'm not sure what that maker's mark is up there. A great little wine and cheese knife. The blade on this is stainless steel, not sure what type, 3 7/8 inches in length with a nice recurve, beautiful vertical satin, nice grinding. The handle appears to be Coca-Cola. Now it's a slip joint knife, and I'm not sure you can see this, but there is a leaf that comes out of the liner on the left side as you're looking at it that has a detent ball. So there's no spring tension as the blade travels, but you can feel the detent ball riding on the tang, and then you can hear it click in, and it's very positive when it's open and when it's closed. Pretty neat. And condition is very near mint, no box. Wasn't quite sure where to price this. I'm going to err on the side of bargain. $50. 50 like it is. 70 with an Apostle P edge. And I've got this in the inventory because I don't know what it was called, as the Orvis Laguiole style knife. Okay. Next up, this is kind of cool. This is from Gerber, and I don't know where they had these made, whether it was Japan or China or the United States. It's a little Stockman with some laser etched scroll work on the bolsters. And notice that the main blade is a mid-lock backlock. So the main blade, and by the way, the length of the knife is 3 7/16 closed, so not a huge knife. Main blade is a muskrat clip, obviously stainless steel. And the only tang stamp we got says Gerber. And I think it might be a tang etch. Nice lockup. You can muscle a little side play, but no vertical. Then the secondary blades, a sheep's foot in the middle, and a spay. And those are on cam tangs. Nice walk and talk. Blade alignment's pretty good. I think I saw a little rub somewhere, but I can't remember where. Nicely matched stag covers. And here's another knife I couldn't really find a price reference on. So I figure it's got to be worth 40 bucks. $40 like it is. $75 if you'd like me to sharpen all three blades. And that is the Gerber 22-41035 Lockback Stockman. Next up, combo deal, and this is so cool. These are so cute. Look at this, guys. This is going to be in your inventory as the Schrade LB combo. We got a big brother and a little brother, or a little brother and a really little brother. Let's start with this one. This is the Schrade LB1. 2 1/4 inches closed length with a bail. Laminated rosewood covers. Nickel silver bolsters. One single little tiny clip point blade with a back lock. And the lockup is rock solid. I'm not sure if you can read the tang stamp, but this is a USA made Schrade. Uncle Henry, I believe it says. Yeah. And look at that dead center blade centering. Condition near mint. And then the big brother is the LB3. So the same laminated rosewood, nickel silver, backlock mechanism. And this is going to be tang stamped also Uncle Henry, USA. Rock solid lockup. Smooth but a little gummy action. Centering close. Condition near mint. Your price for both of them, 40 bucks. 40 bucks shipped priority mail plus 15 each to sharpen. That's in your inventory as the Schrade LB combo. Next up, our last combo deal of the night. And this is going to be in your inventory as the Winchester / Oldtimer combo. First up, we have a Winchester toothpick. And the reason I put these together in a combo deal is because, unless my eyes deceive me, this Winchester branded and licensed pocket knife had to be made by Schrade. As I look at the nature of the jigged Delrin covers, the grind of the blade, the stamp of the tang. It says 1 of 1,000 on it. Very limited. So it's a toothpick on a cam tang. 7 pull. Beautiful walk and talk. Centering pretty okay for a knife that long. Closed length is 4 1/4. Condition is going to be near mint, no box. And it shares this package with this gorgeous little peanut. It's actually a little serpentine. It is the Oldtimer 18 teeth, 2 3/4 inches in closed length, jigged Delrin covers, a beautiful clip point blade, about a 6 pull, cam tang, beautiful walk and talk, and a liner lock in brass. How about that? How about that? And again, an American-made Schrade Oldtimer. Very near mint. No box. Get out your flits and polish those bolsters and end caps. That thing looked brand new. So yeah, your price on this one, the Winchester / Oldtimer combo, 35 bucks plus 15 each to sharpen. Next up, here's a cool knife. Check this out, guys. This is the Western W77 boot knife. I want you to look at this sheath. This is what a boot knife sheath is supposed to be. Gorgeous black basket weave embossed leather, a robust stainless steel boot clip, and then a spring tensioner to keep the blade in the sheath. The retention's not done by the fit of the leather, it's done by that concave riveted spring. You'll not shake that knife out of there. And here it is. It is a double-edged dagger, stainless steel, don't know what kind. Blade length is 4.5. Handle is 4 1/8, and it's beautiful. It is made to do what it's made to do. Kind of a laminated rosewood, I think. Yeah, definitely laminated. But beautiful condition, near mint to like new. No box, but with that perfect leather boot sheath. Yeah. Let's see, what else can I tell you? Well, that's about it. I did find some of these knives on eBay sold listings in various states of condition between 99 and 197. The condition of this one, I don't think you're going to find a better one. It can be yours shipped priority mail 110, 110 like it is. 140 I sharpen up both edges. That is the Western W77 boot knife. Next up, this is an interesting knife, and I don't know if we're going to sell it. It's going to come in this big long pouch. My consignor knew that he bought it on eBay. Neither of us know anything about the maker, but we know it's a custom double-edged Bowie knife. There is the maker's mark stamped in the tang, Garratt, Garrett. And on the back side of the tang, or the ricasso, is engraved by hand number 22. So this is a trailing point double-edged knife, double hollow ground. It appears to be a stainless steel. Both edges have a pretty nice maker's edge on them. Blade length is 6 inches. Handle length 4 7/8. And I want you to check out the handle. Beautiful single-sided brass guard. Full tang, tapered tang construction. 2 beautifully matched pieces of stag. Some black liners. And that's a piece of work, guys. I could find no info about that knife, but it's beautifully made and it's nice in the hand and it could do some stuff. We're just going in at $100, near mint, no box, no sheath, but with that pouch. That is the Garratt Custom Bowie. Next up, man, I need a wide angle lens for this bad boy. This one, another one from Western Knives during the Coleman era of Western. It's a big, bad Bowie with the leather sheath, snapping cross strap, sort of that Iron Mistress motif, right? Looks to be 5/32 stock, 9 1/4 inches of blade. I think it's stainless, but it's got some spotting from being in the sheath. Brass S-guard, laminated rosewoodish handles, brass hardware. Handle length is 6. I'm sorry, 5 1/4. I'm going to call it excellent to near mint, no box with sheath. I found these knives selling on eBay, sold listings between $99 and $249. We're going to do this one at $80 shipped priority mail, $80. That's the Western W49 Bowie. Well, if you want me to sharpen it, 110. Oh. And that brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. And I saved a pretty special knife for last. It's from Case, and it's the 1976 Bicentennial Double Eagle Hunter. Comes in a very heavy wood presentation box. Get the knife out of the way for a minute because it's got an under compartment with the sheath, which appears to have never been used. Just got a little bit of corrosion on the brass rivet. I mean, this is nice stuff, guys. Obviously made in the mid-70s, right? Oh. And here is the knife. Wow. That is a 6 7/8 inch blade. And look at that blue and red work on the blade. Oh my, that's just gorgeous. The guard is aluminum and it is beautifully made. And then you've got the Eagle's Head pommel. How about that? Two beautiful pieces of stag. Oh. Blade length is 6 7/8, handle is 4 7/8. Very proper knife for sticking through the red coat of a British soldier. Condition on this is going to be, let's see, is that top edge? Not sharpened. Condition on this is going to be near mint and presentation box. I could not find much pricing reference on this knife except this one. There was one completed listing on eBay that was listed at $425 buy it now and a best offer accepted, so we don't really know what it sold for. This one though, $220 like it is, $250 sharpened. I don't think I'd put a sharpener on this knife. I'd probably just tuck it away, display it. That is the Case Bicentennial Double Eagle Hunter, and that's the last knife in the sale. So that's all for this one. Thanks for hanging out with me, my friends. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking.